All right, guys, bodyweight training, suspension training, all right? Fantastic. Here we're using a TRX. You can use rings. You can use a jungle gym. First exercise we're going to go through today is just the inverted row. So I'm going to have my client put his hands on the side of his chest. Brett's got that. He's achieving an active plank here. So how hard this becomes is how far he walks his legs. And we want an active plank. So we want that tall, athletic position. He's going to extend slowly, eccentrically go, and then go into that row. Really, we want control. We want this good curl. So there should be no holding your breath. There should be bending throughout the back. And again, either for reps or time, is a great way to challenge every single chain of the body because gravity's trying to take you down. Now I can change things up a little bit and add nuances. I can add maybe a single leg. Okay? If this becomes too hard, all you have to do is walk away. And that'll ease up the tension. If I want to make it harder, all I have to do is bring him in and more of that weight will come into play. Great job. Take a little bit of a breather right there, B. Okay, one of the other things I like doing with the suspension trainers also, we can make a cut, is just doing this all single arm. So go ahead. You can just let that slide. What I like people doing is just imagining holding a handle. Now your core has to accommodate this change, right? But we're trying to stay square in the hips and shoulders. And that's really what is engaging to the core. If I make his feet skinnier, it's going to be harder. Yep. And you can even go into an opening. You can open up towards the ground and add a little bit more of those rotational variations here. Excellent. Take a break right there. Another little nuance I like with the inverted row is YTWIs. Fantastic work for the shoulders and rotation through the shoulders, all the while achieving, we want proximal stability before achieving these ranges of motion, right? That's what's really going to put it into play. Good. That's a super hard angle, very strong. But easily, if you want to de-weight this, you can just put one toe behind you, and then now you can go and help yourself into those, for clients that have trouble, into those YTWIs, that leg will help support them. And that control, that hold. Remember, if your clients are holding your breath, that's not control. Good job, B. Thank you so much. Great job. All right, the suspension strap push-up or press is done in its longest position. So you'll make that all the way long. Go ahead and grab the handles and walk on through, Brett. Now, one of the things I cue most is make sure the straps are hovering the arms. All right, you don't want those straps rubbing on the arms. That's going to display that shoulder control because that's what it's about, right? It's about this active plank. So go ahead and walk into your resistance. The further he walks back, the more resistance there is. No touching the shoulders, no touching the arms, and go ahead and find that press or push-up, B. Beautiful work. Notice the control on the eccentric, finding that hard ground, that control at the bottom before the press. All right? Some of your clients may need a little assistance or to ease up. All you do is walk forward. You can just walk forward and put your, yep, that's already going to change his body angle and make it easier. But if you want people that do want that vertical, that feel of push-up, they can just put one foot slightly forward, and that's going to help them push forward as well. Okay? Either those variations can help out. And I can, for super advanced, you can do the single leg. How about it, Brett? Look at this guy. Single leg push here. We love it. And then another thing is the further the straps are from your shoulders, the harder this press becomes. It becomes like an overhead press. That's super challenging to the core. That lever is long. So careful with this one if you have people with back pain, all right? But this is the suspension strap press or push-up. Great job. All right, with suspension straps, one of my favorites is to do a suspended push-up or a lower body suspended push-up. Here we go. Some people call these super push-ups, but what you're going to do is with the lower rings on the TRX, you're making them like the McDonald M. So see the golden loops there, the golden arches? Drop them right on top of the toes and then make a big circle around. That's one of the best ways to get in. All right? Moving forward, the further you are, you want to create tension in the straps just like B did, and then find an active plank. Once you have your active plank, you can go ahead and into your push-up. That's it. The further he walks away with that, yep, the harder this is going to be. And he can add a knee tuck in here if he wants to. He can add a pike if he wants to make it advanced. It's totally up to you, but this is a challenge of your anterior side and the control of your press. Very advanced, so be mindful of your reps or your time. All right, guys, the suspension straps are great for rear foot elevated lunges. All right, that's teaching all the single leg work, teaching the legs how to work independently. I love getting into position by just finding on the ground first. Like here, Brett's gonna decide, all right, this is a comfortable position where my foot is elevated behind me. When I go to push through the floor, I know that this front leg's gonna work. You feel that front leg activated now? Now you can push through the floor to stand. Good. Now, exhale on the way down, inhale on the way up. You want the range of motion. Yes. Totally up to you on your breathing, by the way. But you do want to show this control. Look at this posture, eyes up, chest up. Remember, we want the integrity of the hips and the shoulders to stay square. All right? Getting too far, too low, or watching the body shift, that's the negative stuff. Reps, time, get both sides in. If you want to add extra load, you can add dumbbells, kettlebells, etc. But what a great way to elevate the rear foot. Suspension straps are great for the squat pattern, all right? Oftentimes our clients fall when they squat. So what a great way to first create tension, find your active plank, and then sit on down. Hold that position, make sure you're all there. You feel those abs, feel the booty, and then rowing back up. Very nice. Now this is just a basic look at his positioning on his feet. He's not too far forward, not too far back, but if he wants to wait and load it, all he has to do is walk your feet forward a little bit more. This is a way to progress this exercise. Now he's got a little bit more load in the squat because of where his feet are, which is forward. All right, I can change this around and make this harder. I can only have him use one band as he goes into his seated squats. All right, so he's still gonna feel that offness, but he's gonna have to control that rotation. Another way you can do this is actually do two hands, stabilize the upper body, and give me one leg. So now we have a single leg squat here, right? You can see this happening. He has to control his pelvic floor and accommodate the nuances, both sides. How about show me some bilateral feet? Just go regular feet again. One of my favorites. This is for the guys. You know, I like a little curl inside there. Show me some curl and squat, baby. This is one of the favorites. Ow. Great job. So comboing or complexing movements, which is a squat to a curl, great way to add some complexity, really put some fat burning in. All right, and then another way to advance it, jump squats. Oh yeah, suspension strap jump squats are some of the safest jump squats to have because they're a little deloaded, all right? They're kind of going back. We're not crashing so much on the skeletal system. What a fantastic way to keep plyometrics going for someone that would have injuries otherwise with full body weight. One of my favorite exercises on suspension straps are plank pushaways, right? Why? Because a lot of core integration for the anterior side, but also we're teaching the shoulders how to move in that upward fashion. So we want to plank first, so achieve that plank in the straps, toes to nose. Hold these hips up, and all I want you to do is push 1 inch towards that wall, Nicole. 1 inch, that's it. That's 3. Come back. 1 inch, go. Just that little movement is control at the shoulder, hip, and core. Right, keep this up, hips up. Whether it's reps or time, big challenge, make sure you stay breathing. Great job, thank you. The suspension straps are great for a row and rotation exercise. All right, guys? Go ahead, Nicole, give it on out. So an active plank position is what she's chosen. You can choose the level of intensity depending on where your feet are. And what you do is just row and rotate. Show it to me, Nicole. Nice. So again, we're teaching the body how to row and rotate together. She has an active plank, which is the engagement. She's gonna really slowly pull and find a point where she can push her body into rotation. Great to really understand the transition of core to rotation and producing that force, all right? A big cue is to keep as much tension as possible in this strap. Try to tear this strap with every rep, Nicole. Whether it's reps or time, make sure you keep your active plank going and have some fun. I love the suspension straps for a lot of the recovery and stretching too. This is going to be the active lunge with the snow angels, all right? So lunge into a position, one leg goes forward, there's already going to be a stretch in her upper body, and Nicole's just going to create just some snow angel arcs. Whether it's to the left, to the right, notice, look at this line. She's got a huge stretch along that fascial line. She's got a huge stretch along the other fascial line going this way, but she's maintaining hip control, maintaining her breath. Switch your legs. Make sure you do this with both legs forward. You can widen the legs, but huge stretches here with those rotations. The further you walk out, the more stretch you're going to get in that upper body. Look, she's pulling her back. Keep tension in the straps the whole time as you're doing these. Go ahead one more time, drop into that lunge. Beautiful. You feeling that big stretch? Can you stretch any more? Show us how bendy you can get. No matter what, you want your clients to be able to breathe in the range that they achieve. If they're holding their breath, you're not really making a difference. So breathe here. When your clients breathe, then they learn the action. Great job with these lunge and snow angel stretches. I love the suspension straps for just great stretching, all right? So I'm gonna have you go Frankenstein arms in the straps, pushing down the straps. Great, Nicole. Now, she's got tension built up into here. Notice she's got a great hinged position, and she's just feeling a nice stretch in the hamstring. Now, while she's supporting herself here, she can lean back into that stretch even more. So she's not only getting a stretch here, but she's feeling this big stretch along her spine and really creating a lot of that line to get more pull. And now if you pull left and right, or you open your chest to the left and right, you're gonna add those nuances that the body loves to really expand what's happening down at the hips. All right, beautiful. Let's do this a couple, open your chest even more on those. Yep, check that out. You can see way more stretch on this inside leg. Open yourself the other way. Now the hips turn, you get a little bit more groin and hamstring on this right leg. If you guys could notice that, she's got more rotation, she's breathing. You can feel way more stretch on this right lat, right now. Yeah, so nuance that with some rotations in this hamstring and lat release. Great job. Suspension straps are a great way to help assist a great figure 4 piriformis stretch. So elbows stack directly under the shoulders. You can be a little right there. You feel that athletic position. Nicole has an active plank already happening. All right, you feel that row. She's got tension in the straps. From there, she's going to put one ankle on the knee, maintaining that athleticism. She's going to sit down into that stretch. Beautiful. She's using these straps to keep her balanced and just sinking on into that stretch. Beautiful work. Rinse and repeat. You can do some pulses, you can do some nuances with the hip, but overall, just a quality stretch in that deep joint. You feeling it? You liking it? Yeah, you do. Anytime I'm doing the hips down here, I can even just widen up your feet and just go into that deep squat. This is just a great way to complement the figure 4s into just a regular deep squat. Part of that hip. Great job, guys. Suspension straps are great for static chest stretching. What a great thing. Just walk forward. Clients just need to walk forward, arms just need to stay behind them. You'll get a lot of head drop forward with the clients. You just want to drop their head forward. I don't let that happen, all right? Head's got to stay up, neck's got to stay long, and we're really trying to accentuate that stretch right here in that upper. You got that already? You feel that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You can really push on one side versus the other just by a little bit of a lean. Yeah, she's lighting up what's here on the right, light up what's on the left. And even if you do those little small angels, yeah, that's a great way to just dig even deeper. Yeah? If you have clients that are having or really look sway, all you gotta do is put one leg forward, one leg back. And that'll create more stability for them. But pec stretch. All right, guys, the suspension strap lateral line stretch. What a fantastic stretch for people that have back issues and tight hips, etc. So what you're gonna do is face away from that line. You're just walking away and opening up the side. So again, we'll set up, so stand up straight for me. Notice Nicole's just got her arms up. The further she walks that way, away from the band, she's just gonna push that hip away, and there's the stretch. It's a lateral line stretch. If you have clients that have trouble balancing, inside leg forward, back, outside leg back, and then there, make the hip do the pulling of this side. Flip around and go the other way so they can see it from that way, please, Nicole. Stacking the hands on the head, press to the head, and just walking away. Big stretch here, and she's breathing, of course, so the body really accepts the stretch. You can shift the hips or split the legs up. So inside leg forward, this one forward, that one back, and then let those hips just drop to the side. You guys see, just get those hips to drop and you'll get a big stretch on the hip as well. You got that, Nicole? Yep, hip, lateral line gets opened up, woo, the body gets loose. All right, guys, suspension straps are great for the summer muscles, some bis and tris. So why do I like these versus just regular standing ones? Because the core is engaged. Show me some suspended bicep curls, Nicole. Look, she has an active plank, all right? The further she walks her feet forward, the heavier this load gets. But what I want her to do is get these knuckles to your forehead. Nice. Give me a good squeeze and a slow eccentric release. And then you're gonna be working on the guns, all right? Gun show, whether it's time or reps, have some fun with this one. You can do a single arm if you like to. Easily let go of one strap, just put it off to the side, yep. Oh yeah, just this here. All right, ready? Wow, now just get that all the way. Yeah, show me a single arm one. Ooh, keep tension in the straps. And just knuckles to, yep. Notice she's not choosing a lot of load, but she chooses the tension at the strap, all right? Single arm work is great if you're doing stuff with rehab or single throwing mechanics, etc. Summer muscles include the triceps. Now with triceps, I like to go with straps all the way long. Just like the push-ups. Good. Let's go ahead, hands up, and you can choose your position. The further you walk your feet back, Nicole, the harder these tricep extensions are going to be. All you're going to do is bend the elbows on your eccentric and press through the band. That's it. Notice she's got the bend and the straight. How do you make it harder? Just walk your feet back. And the full. Oh, she loves that. Breathe, Nicole. Yeah. Give me 17 more. Great job. So the TRX, the suspension strap tricep.